Although short in stature, I will say that I am pretty much the draw of this show.
That's what the flies say.
Izzy, this is our 200th celebration of the stud show.
And because of my illusions, Tony, this is one of the best things we do around here.
What's that mean?
Let me show you, okay? So what we'll do here is I've got my 2 coins here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little something astonishing for you, okay? So we'll just put them in my hand here, and okay, so not too bad. Okay, you're not impressed? All right, how about this? I got a card trick then.
Oh, this
I'll do
is
a card trick for you.
The embassy.
Oh, that's right. Well, you failed there.
I won't do any flourishes, and that way this time I'll actually keep them in my hand. Okay, so we'll take your card here, all right? Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay, so we'll take the top card, put it down there like that. Keep it at the top.
Wow. No. What do you think of Izzy the Magician? Sit down. Hey, we got to start the show.
I said you weren't going to do that this time.
You know what? Let's saw him in half like we did over at the embassy.
How about make him disappear?
That's better. All right, guys, we have a continuation show that we're going to do. This is our 200th anniversary episode show. Can you believe we've been doing this for 8 years? Anyways, we have so much other content to show you. We've got through architecture last time. We got through all the process things we did. Today we're going to show you a lot about interior decorating, but Kayla, I think first we got some introductions we should do first.
Well, of course, so we introduced everybody who is on camera on the last show, but this show would not be possible at all if it wasn't for all the people behind the camera.
Yep.
So make sure you take a look at all of our wonderful crew. We have them on the screen for you here because they don't like to be in front of the screen, but we're going to make a shout out and make them be on just for a second. But they do a wonderful job for us. We put them through the ringer sometimes. It's not easy to work with all of us all the time on camera. So they do wonderful, and we really appreciate how much they do for us.
Well, we've done a lot of shows, but decorating probably is one of the forefront that a lot of people like. So, Kayla, why don't you tell us what we're going to talk about today?
Well, today we're going to talk all about the shows that we've done with interior design features and different features of your house. There's been so many different things that we've gone in great detail about that we want to reminisce here.
One of my favorite episodes was fun finishing features. So this is putting your stamp on your home. Things like your door hardware, whether it be your cabinetry or your interior doors. Things you can do with your ceilings, coffered ceilings, beams. Take a look at a few of these clips from that show.
Now, talk about finishing features, my favorite has to be ceilings. I just love when I walk into a room and something's been done with that ceiling that just draws my eyes up to it.
And there's so many easy ways to dress up your ceilings. One of my favorite ways is to take a flat ceiling and just add beams. So in the model we're in right now, you walk into that great room kitchen area and it has beautiful beam work across the top.
And it's got a vaulted ceiling, so it's 18 feet high, and then they put those beams in there, which really makes it a stunning feature. Now, we can do some other features when we do the framing. So we could do a cathedral where it's got 2 slopes coming up, kind of matching what you'd see on the exterior of the house, and we can put a beam in the center of that or leave it alone. In this house, we took that cathedral and we painted it a different color than white, which made that more the accent feature in that room.
Well, for more ideas on how you can do some ceiling scaping in your new home, give us a call.
One of my favorites was not very long ago. It was all about fireplaces. Now, the one not very fun part was when Mike did the Swedish log thing and he kind of smoked us all out a little bit. We may have all been coughing most of the day.
We kind of needed that. It was cold that day.
It was really cold, yes. But it was really fun to talk about all the finishes you can do on your fireplace, whether it's marble or stone or brick. That was a good time. Mm-hmm.
Now, one of the last things that gets moved into a new home are the appliances. And we've got a great partnership with Vans. If you guys remember that episode, we were all wearing our football gear and we were making some pizza in the pizza oven. And but appliances are just ever changing, and they're getting smarter, and it's something that people get really excited about when they pick.
I think, didn't we get to eat a pizza because of that pizza oven?
Yeah, very good.
I'm pretty sure we wrecked a car throwing footballs around.
That's right. Yeah, I was going to not mention that, but
I also remember on one of those appliance series getting confused over stoves, ovens. I just had one of those moments.
I've never laughed so hard in my life.
That one's too good. You got to watch the clip of that blooper.
And there's one other appliance, and that's the oven, where you put the knobs, whether they're in the back or in the front.
It's a range.
And one other appliance is the oven. You know, where they put the, what did I say? Okay, yeah. It is a range, isn't it? And one other appliance is the oven. I'm sorry. And one other appliance is the range. Did I say it right? Is it right? I don't know now. I'm confused. Is it range?
Yes.
All right. Stay with me. We're going to get this done. I'm sorry. And one other appliance to consider. We're going south.
That was my favorite blooper out of all the ones that I've ever seen.
And it wasn't Lonnie. It was Charity's face on everything.
I could cry still.
And guys, I can't go an episode without talking about our outdoor living. We talk about verandas, we talk about fireplaces, patios, decks. We make your outdoor living part of your home. It's a functional place that you can hang out. Lonnie and I did a segment a couple of weeks ago where we talked about it right here at this house. Take a look at this.
When we talk about 2023 trends, one of the trends that's been actually a trend now for several years is bringing the outside of the home in and the inside of the home out. And one thing that comes to mind would be a veranda or a covered porch area.
Yeah, Lonnie, we've been talking about this and doing this for years now. We've been at the forefront of the outdoor living, and verandas can come in any shape and size. It's a really good way to add an outdoor living space onto your home.
Right, we're talking about a 10 by 10 maybe on the small size to anything that you want, 20 by 30, whatever.
We're seeing cathedral roofs in there, lots of beams, so that way it has that real outdoor rustic feel to it.
Beautiful for the client that lives there and also for the neighbors.
And again, Lonnie, this is a trend that we've been at the forefront of for years now, and we will continue to be the leader in this field.
Now, I loved looking at that episode. Did you guys know this house that we had there's 6,000 square feet of outdoor living. Just outdoor living, 6,000 square feet. I think that's the most we've ever been able to do.
And also one thing we're doing is we're putting cabinets on the outside of the home around some of these incredible living spaces. And I love cabinets in our home. And by the way, at Granite Ridge Builders, all of our cabinets are made locally. They are custom cabinets made for your home. Take a look at this segment. Hey, take a look at this drawer right here. Very unique. It's got staggered layers here. What is that?
You know, you can put all kinds of spices on there. We've even got some little boxes things here. So, you know, when you're cooking next to the stove, you got it all handy. I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, then you got your tableware area that's very deep, very convenient.
You know what else is brilliant?
What's that?
Watch this. Take my foot.
Wow.
Trash can opens up there. Don't have to worry about it. You got your hands full of stuff. Afraid you're going to do it. You can just do that. Plus, right above it, you actually have a cutting board.
Okay.
So you can cut your onions, slide it right into the trash, then just barely touch that. It's going to slide back in. Easy peasy.
Wow. And then there's a drawer there, again, a very deep drawer for your tableware.
Deep drawer for your tableware. And then we have a pull out here for your sponges and everything. Because, you know, we've got a big island here. We've got a little over 10 foot of island space. Everyone's around. The last thing you want is for someone to be looking at your dirty sponges. So you can just pop those right in here, close it up. It's all hid. You have a lot of people talk about how the top shelves of the cabinets don't do them any good. Can't reach up there.
Okay.
Too high.
Okay.
Watch what we can do. We can actually just pull this whole shelving unit down so everything is easy for you to grab.
I have seen so many things that I've never seen before. And at Granite Ridge Builders, that's what we're about. Dreams and new ideas. Come on out and see us.
I know we had a chance to watch one of the factories. We went to the Grable factory, and there was a candy store right next to it. I don't know which I like better, watching them be made or the candy store.
I got in trouble.
Candy store.
Okay, one of my favorite subjects is something small, but it's sinks. A lot of people are so confused about the terminology, undermount, overmount, drop-ins. That has been a really fun segment that a lot of people have commented about.
Well, don't forget, there's even more than that. There's still the apron, the farmhouse sink, the pedestal sink. You have vessel sinks. Oh my gosh, I think I could still. Do you guys remember the troughs? There was trough sinks. We went to Central and saw some of that stuff. There's even like a margarita-shaped sink. Do you remember that?
That was
How
kinda
cool,
cool.
right? There's some pretty cool things out there.
I remember, Kayla, I said there was no way we could do one whole show on that little itty-bitty subject, but guess what? You proved me wrong.
We did.
Another show that we've done that we've got multiple shows out of that you didn't think we could do it was just about showers.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
It's
with
true.
the showers that we've been putting into our homes for the last 20 years, they have really revolutionized a lot of the area and a lot of the interior design features inside these homes. One of my favorite showers was probably the one that we did at 87 Forest of Foxwood. It was one that we did for a parade of homes, and you need to take a look at this segment.
much, but if you just open up that pocket door that goes into the bathroom itself, we have all marble floors.
Wow.
We have a 10-foot shower. It's almost like a car wash because you can walk in through either side of it. There's even a heated towel rack in there. Have you ever had a towel right out of the dryer when you get out of the shower? You can have that every day here.
Tony, I love that segment that we just watched, but I think we could watch one more because we brought my dog Pepper in just to talk about showers. You guys remember that? Take a look at this. How great was that?
What is Pepper? Pepper.
Hi. Sorry, you're not supposed to know she's here.
I'm fine. That's
You are?
great. Absolutely.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
we have a lot of people that build things for pets today.
So we can still do our Puppy Fridays, guys. That's
Absolutely.
awesome. And
I'm
she's
fine
ready
with
for a
it.
shower.
It's perfect.
I know, she's
I'm
ready.
sending out an
You're ready for a
email.
shower show today? Okay, we'll get you a shower today. Yeah.
Okay, let's do a vote. Do you guys like the tub and the shower connected in the same room, or do you like it separate?
I like it a little separate, I think.
I think I'm separate too. So,
I don't even need a tub in my house.
Well, and for those of us who do like a little rubber ducky when we take a bath, the baths are always pretty nice, and we've gotten a lot of different trends with that too, from the corner one with jets to now we've got the standalones, but now the jets are back in.
and bubbles are back.
Yeah, the bubbles.
In this house, we have just air.
Yeah.
That's the jets is just the air. So, I mean, so many different things that we've been able to learn and bring to you here.
So when we put all these ideas together, it's now the master spa is what we've got going on there. So there's a new trendy topic for you.
Now, the best trend I think we've talked about, and everybody's favorite, has got to be flooring. We've talked so much about it. It's very important in every house. We've probably done 3 or 4 episodes, I think, just on flooring. I remember some episodes where do you guys remember testing out the flooring? And we were the test.
What's underfoot?
Yeah,
I remember that episode.
We did. I think we're still all tired from how much we were walking on these carpet samples or trying to stain them up and things like that. But all sorts of great flooring trends out there. We have the hard surface flooring, and really, even since we've been doing this show, flooring trends have changed. I know when we started doing the show, carpet was still a big trend in the great rooms, and I don't know the last time I've seen carpet in a great room. These days, it's all hard surface now, so it's really been fun to track those trends and see those changes. Take a look at some of these clips to see how far we've come in the flooring world.
So Kayla, in this segment, we're going to talk about a product that might be very new to all the people watching at home, and we're going to talk about a 2 millimeter thick vinyl plank product.
Yes, so this is a great starter economical way to get hard surface flooring throughout most of your home. There's a couple differences between this and other luxury vinyls that you've seen, which we'll talk about here.
So in this application, you talk about price. This has replaced what we used to do with sheet vinyl that just rolled out in strips. This is a much more upgraded product, mainly because of the thickness.
Absolutely. So this is 2 millimeters thick. So it's gonna, what we see here is the backer board for the display, but that first layer there is what's gonna be glued down. So this is an all over glued down, installed in individual planks. What I love about that is it does give the realistic impression of a wood or laminate, something because it's all individual. Some of them even come beveled to create a little bit more of a 3D effect too.
Yeah, one of the biggest bonuses of planks right now is making sure it's authentic, that it has that wood look and feel. So we're gonna put these down in planks. How is this gonna hold up for water?
It's waterproof, which is a great feature. Again, the most popular feature we can ever talk about right now is a waterproof floor, because we're putting this in so many areas. You're putting it in the kitchens and laundry rooms and bathrooms. We used to do where they would have a wood floor in the kitchens, nook areas, but then people would want to switch in the laundry rooms to a tile or the bathrooms because of waterproof, but you don't have to do that, and everyone just loves the natural cozy feel of the wood look trend, and you can put it throughout your house now and not worry.
And when we install this, Kayla, this is a little different than some of the other products we're going to talk about today that you're going to hear, maybe tongue and groove, click lock, floating products. How does this product get installed?
This is going to get installed with a glue or an adhesive. So this is an all over glue down. They're going to do it in different sections. And so that's something, it's very durable that way, and just a different way to apply it. Again, kind of like the sheet vinyl where they'd have to glue that, but then it's just individual planks. So it's a really great product. We put this in tons of our homes. It holds up really, really well.
As opposed to that sheet vinyl, heaven forbid, maybe it gets gouged or damaged.
Yes.
At that point, you're looking at patching a piece of vinyl, which is always going to kind of stand out. Here, if we damage a plank, what are our options?
You can just replace that individual one. So for maintenance and care and the longevity of it, I mean, this has a 10 to 25-year warranty depending on the series that you go with. So you're going to be able to have this for a good long time.
And lastly on this product, Kay, a lot of the homes that I'm designing, budget is a really big concern. So as opposed to paying maybe $6 or $7 or some different pricing for other products, really, really affordable, right? This gets people the ability to start with a nice hard surface product. What if we wanted to do something over the top of this later? Is that an option?
Absolutely. So depending on what you're looking at in the future, this is something that is a great first buy, and then you can always upgrade it in the future.
Now, Kayla, we were so good at testing it, we actually opened up a Granite Ridge R&D, a research and development wing of our company, but we learned a lot from that.
Speaking of research, what is everybody's favorite here? Carpet in the great room or hard surface flooring in the great room?
Carpet.
Carpet.
Sound
Depends if you have little kids or not.
I can tell you one thing, no carpet in the bathroom.
I'm on that.
And that's one that we all agree on.
Okay, hey guys, we got to take a break real quick. They might want to watch bloopers. We're going to be talking scaping, so let's pick our favorite part of scaping. Stay tuned.
Hey, welcome to Between the Studs. My name's Lonnie Norris. This is part of the Granite Ridge Builders crew. And with
It's the chew. It's the Granite Ridge chew.
So we want to prevent air infiltration and pet infestation. We don't want your pets coming into the house.
Pets are not allowed in the house.
them small little chihuahuas could,
Those little ankle biters, come in.
It'll actually ricochet off, and I'm sure we've all been there where it's ricocheted off and it hits you in the knee or the shin.
Yeah, been
Man,
there.
that hurts like an OSB.
OSB. Hey, thank you, Lou, for helping us on the subject of hammers.
That's the joke.
That's funny.
Lonnie's never heard that.
Well, he said OSB. I thought.
Oh, that's awesome. That was so great. I was waiting for that one.
Ready, guys? And action.
You guys are saying.
You have to ask him the
I'm
question.
at the very beginning? Yeah. Oh, I thought you were saying something, then I said it.
Usually we say action, something happens.
Don't feel the product.
You know what Frank Lloyd Wright used to say? Give me a brick, and it'll be worth its weight in gold.
That's cool.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He's like, can we be done now?
You told me to
You said
say that.
that's a lot of gold.
You know what? I already reported you to IHSA and you're out.
Yeah, go ahead, get mad.
This is awesome. I have permission to do this.
I almost said oomph.
That'd have been
Like
awesome.
the color, like
Add some
pink
extra.
for some.
You said color.
But we also can make you.
Yeah, it's true. Everything he says is true. Kneel, that's all, folks.
And the Porky Pig comes out.
Great bloopers. Great bloopers.
Those are pretty good. Well, here at Granite Ridge, we have coined the term scaping, and we have put a lot of things in front of this scaping. Lonnie tried to say e-scaping, which is not one of ours.
Then there's one more in this electronic world that we need to talk about, and that's escaping. Let's go. Let's escape.
No, Lonnie, there's not escaping, no. But one of them that we have done is wallscaping, and we've talked about this in several shows, and just a recent one of the last shows we did, we talked all about wallscaping, and this can be anywhere from some trim on the wall or wallpaper. We're doing a lot of natural materials like stone and wood. We've had several examples in some of our houses of wood walls that are really great features.
Well, right behind us, look at, we've got a stone wall right behind us.
Absolutely.
Interior.
So scaping the wall is a great way to add an extra feature to your home that really pops and makes it very warm and comforting.
Or as Elizabeth would say, add a little extra.
No, do it better.
There's just a lot of options to really add that extra oomph to your home. Pink for some.
You said color.
One of my favorite scapings is stairscaping. You can add a lot of special features in your home just by your stairs. So think of what you can do with your railing. You can do all glass. You can do wrought iron. Of course, there's the wood options. And it's not only your interior stairs, but you may have a deck. So think about how you're going to do that to take advantage of your view. And we've done a lot of fun shows when it comes to this topic.
And one of my favorite is nomenclature. I mean, there's things like stairwells, stairways. That's a really, really good one.
Also, let's talk about windowscaping. Ooh. So, windows, trend, bigger, more window, bigger windows, but also think about this, windows, the one thing you see from inside your home and outside your home. So, very important, and we all know Izzy's favorite word. Go ahead, Izzy.
Fenestration!
Okay, can you say it normally so they know what you said?
Fenestration.
Thank you.
Fenestration meaning the placement of windows.
And if you guys are going to let me choose what scaping I'm picking, it's always going to be landscaping or hardscaping. So the real thing that you need to think about when you're landscaping your house is curb appeal. How does it add to your house and not detract from it? You want a beautiful landscape package that's really going to flow with the curves and everything of your house. Same with the hardscaping, the sidewalks, the stone paths. Everything around your house really needs to accent the house and add to the value of your home rather than detract from it. And we have an episode here where we talk about the principles and what you should follow when you're planning your landscape package.
Now, my landscaping past experiences haven't been all that great, but I know you've been a landscaper and you would agree that there are some principles and some guidelines that we just got to follow.
Absolutely. One of the big ones is plant placement. And then using the forms of the plant in the right space. So if you have like a pyramid boxwood, making sure that is placed properly in your bed. Weeping trees, we could also go with, the colors of plants as well, making sure that those are stacked up and layered well.
How about the number? I heard that you don't plant in evens, which is kind of odd to me. Yeah. Anyway, you plant in odds?
Yeah, the general rule of thumb is 3s and 5s. We want that landscaping to look beautiful, but we also want it to look natural. And even numbers just typically don't happen in nature.
Another term that we have coined is trimscaping. And this involves things on the outside of the home and on the inside. It's basically what we do around windows and doors to really give the home some oomph. And when we one of the terms that we...
Wait, is that the oomph?
That seemed like a shot.
That's Elizabeth's line.
To really add that extra oomph to your home.
And one of the terms that we learn when we talk about trimming a home is we plant the trim.
Yes.
Instead of nailing it. And Izzy got a little confused about planting trim. Well, take a look at this.
Izzy, what are you doing?
Well, I've always had a bit of a green thumb, and you guys said we were going to do some planting of trim today, so I figured to get a head start.
You know what?
I don't think he gets it.
I don't think he does.
I don't think he gets it at all.
Oh, well, we'll tell him later.
I think it's a purely logical mistake to make if you talk about planting something.
Except for you cut the irrigation line and I had to fix that in 4 hours.
We're using the term Izzy and logical together in the same sentence here. Something's throwing me off. But there is one other scaping that could be the most important and most valuable to any of our homeowners, because it has to do with the resale value of the home, and that's the streetscaping. That is how your home is visually seen from the road, not just the landscaping and the hardscaping, but sometimes it's those metal accents that they use up on the roofs, or the column sizes to make sure everything's in proportion. We did a great segment out of Grace and Heights that went into everything, and I want to share that with you right now.
And Tony, as a salesman, you know how important a first impression is when you're meeting somebody. We think of the same thing as when somebody's pulling into a subdivision. That's your first impression. So Ariel on our marketing team did an amazing job setting up this sign here at Grace and Heights. It looks great. The landscaping out there is immaculate, and then the streetscaping along that front entrance there looks fantastic as well. So we take all of those things into account when we're planning these projects.
Of course, every segment that I do has something to do with me getting hurt or falling somewhere. And so the last time we talked about ceiling scaping, I had a little bit of an accident. And I know you were all concerned, but I was not injured in the filming of that show.
That time.
Very concerned.
Yes, but the ceiling scaping can be a really fun thing to do when it comes to adding things like beams or box trays, or using different textures like beadboard or board and batten. There's tons of different options you can use on the ceiling to make it really appealing.
Well, that's all the time we have to talk about the scaping part of design, because we want to talk about one more topic before we end the show. So let's escape.
There you go.
There you go. And we'll be right back.
Not another one.
want to talk about what we would call universal design or visibility or barrier-free or ADA housing. Things that we can do in your custom home to make that home a lot more compatible for your needs.
And I think out of the 200 shows we've done at least 5, and we're probably planning on this year another 5, because it is one of the topics that's one of the most important, especially in new construction, where we have that ability to make your house so livable. And the word design for all, you're going to hear a lot more this year.
We've had quite a few people come to us directly because of these shows, knowing that we can take care of their home and those kind of needs for them.
Another term that we often use is visitability, and that is making the home friendly to someone who may have a disability who wants to visit. And you know, when it comes to a custom home, if we sat down with you early in the game, these features do not have to cost a lot of money.
And Lonnie, we did an episode about design for all, building for everybody. And I was in a wheelchair just for a short span of time, and I really found out how difficult it can be to get around your home if it's not designed properly for that sort of thing.
Now, Mike, you said that one of the episodes you were trying to get around in the wheelchair. Was that not the same one that we had the stroller and introduced the newest member between the steps?
Right.
So we had to little throwback to her, right?
We do have a really special guest here. We would like to welcome back Kayla after about a 2-month absence.
Yay!
And Kayla, you have a new Between the Stud member, which I know everyone is going to fall in love with.
We do, absolutely. This is Oakland Christine Stewart. She was born May 25th.
Yes.
You know no one's going to pay attention to us.
Yeah, not at all.
I'm a great uncle. I'm a great uncle.
Yeah, bringing the newest member on is always a nice touch. But also when we're doing this visitability and this kind of ideas for the home, it also can go into your appliances, whether it's doing things like taking the knobs for the range or stovetop or whatever thing we're using, to make sure that we're making all those things easy to access if you're in a wheelchair or something like that in the kitchen. Also, Brian, it's one of our favorite bloopers too. Our most famous blooper is the one me showing so much ineptitude, not being able to even open a microwave without things falling on me.
Yeah.
It looks like an infomercial.
Why were we trying to microwave pens?
I don't know. I'm still not sure. We had no other better props with us that day, but it has gone down in history as one of our most famous infomercial bloopers.
Izzy, how many pens did you get into the microwave that were falling on you?
I don't know. They were just very hot.
Okay, time has run out. Kayla, would you go ahead and close for us?
Thank you so much for joining us today. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about who we are, what we do, and why we do what we do so well, please pick up the phone and give us a call, visit our website, or even better yet, come in our front door. We would love to talk to you about building your new home.
Okay, I think we could still do another show. What do you guys think?
Even more.
200th anniversary? All right.
We have one more left.
Let's get more material.
The scary thing about it is we still have new bloopers for everything on this
Just
show.
in this show.
And you coined that word invisitability, invisitable.
Right. Visitability.
That's as bad as yours. All right. Try yours over again. I'm shutting up. Lonnie, go ahead. Sorry.
And in a custom.
Is it invisibility?
It's
Visitability.
Visitability. Invisibility would be its
Our camera guy's going to start packing up off the rails.
From now on,
Say it. Okay, let's. Ready?
Almost.
Jeez, sounds like a lot.
Compose yourself, Kayla.
Okay.
Another term is visitability.
Fine,
Oh, okay.